How's your eye?
Yeah, it's all right. A couple of stitches, but all good.
What did you make of the hit? Because I know that sort of has come under a lot of scrutiny that potentially he should have been sent off.
Yeah, obviously it was a high shot, penalty, and yeah, I suppose it's just raises the question around, what is a sin bin and what isn't. Like, I'm happy for it not to be a sin bin. Like, I understand the factors of me falling and accidental and all that, but I suppose you just want to see some consistency around, what is a sin bin and what isn't. So that's the only thing that I take out of it. Those things happen in footy, and as I said, I'm happy for it not to be a sin bin as long as, that's the standard across the game.
Does it kind of feel like, as a player, is there a bit of confusion about it?
I think so. I think, you see a high shot now and you're not sure if it's going to be just a penalty or, one of your blokes should be sent to the bin. So, a bit of a head scratch at the moment. I think, I'm not sure if anyone's sort of got a clear understanding or idea around, what the standard is, but yeah.
Do you worry that in a big moment, in a big game, that could change the game?
I think, we've even seen in some of the games so far that the impact that losing a player to the bin can have. It can completely change the game. So, yeah, obviously, I suppose it's still early days in the season and there's time to get a better understanding or more consistency around it. So, hopefully, they figure that out.
You missed training. A lot of Bunnies fans are worried, but is it just a load management?
Yeah, just a load management thing. Obviously, I've missed a lot of footy, and especially the last month. So, just ease me back into it, I suppose. But I'll be out there tomorrow and I'll be ready to go Friday.
Well, what's the biggest lesson you as a group take out of the loss of the Dogs?
I think it was just around. To be honest, there was plenty of learnings that we took out of that game, and we didn't even give ourselves a chance, to be honest, in that game with the amount of drop ball and ill discipline, and defensively, I thought there's things that we could tidy up. We've looked at all those things today, and it will definitely be focusing on them going into the game this Friday.
So how was Wayne today?
Yeah, he was honest, as he always is. So, gave us a reality check that we needed, and as he always is, he was honest with where we're at, and our last couple of performances have probably been slipping. So, he's cleared a few things up for us and narrowed our focus into how we can get back to playing our good footy.
Didn't see Cody or Jai out there. Are both of them okay?
Yeah, just old. So, they're just getting looked after a bit like me. But, all three of us will be right. We'll be ready to go.
What about Lockie Hubner, mate? I know he failed his HIA. How's he going?
Yeah, he's going all right. He wants to play, obviously. He's a madman. So, he's been outstanding for us at the start of the year, and he'll be missed this weekend. But obviously head knocks are something that, you got to take pretty seriously, and I'm sure he'll bounce back fine.
We saw a great win on Saturday. The Harold Matts boys.
Yeah.
Gone through to the prelim.
Yeah. So great to see the junior, and we got SG playing as well in the prelim. So it's great to see our pathways going well, and I'll be out there at Redfern cheering them on. So I can't wait.
I know you've been working with them with your brother Fraser.
Yeah.
What are you telling the boys? Because whatever it is, it's working.
I'm not telling them too much. I'm just leaving that up to Kel, the head coach, and my brother. But they got it under control. But I think just me being around the boys and I suppose giving them little tips where I can. I think I hope they take a fair bit out of that. And for me, it's just cool to sort of be in that position where I was only, I suppose, a few years ago now, and it's just cool to see the next crop coming through.
What does it mean to you personally to don that jersey?
Yeah, it's really cool. I think the design's really cool to start, but on a deeper level, I think it's great that the game recognises the people who defend our country and sacrifice so much for us, and I admire the Navy enormously, and I think it's the third or fourth year now that we've been working alongside with the Navy, and it's awesome, and I can't wait to actually be able to play on Anzac Day this year. Is extremely special. I haven't been able to do that yet, so I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Other than obviously playing on Anzac Day, will the boys be doing anything just sort of separately to commemorate?
In the past, we've had head people from Navy, high-ranking officers from the Navy come in and talk to us and give us a better understanding of what the jersey and what the Navy represent, and we like to sort of. I know in past years we've taken a lot out of what their values are as a organisation and how we can sort of mirror that. So. Yeah.
Tough task going down to Melbourne. You haven't beaten them as a Bunnies group there. Why is it so hard to beat Melbourne in Melbourne?
I think first of all they're always a good team. Obviously they're always up there, and I think they love playing down there, and it has been a challenge for us. But as a player, as a group, we're not going to look into that too much, and I suppose more focus on us. And we were disappointed with how we played on Friday, and I think that's probably the thing that's going to be lighten us up the most, is to go out there and show that we're a better team than what we produced on Friday. So that's where our heads are at, and hopefully the result takes care of itself.
The two State of Origin wingers from last year, Brian Toa and Zach Lomax, both injured at the moment. Do you think you could do a job for New South Wales if they called you up?
I think I could. I'd love to, but in saying that, I'm just focused on getting back out and playing consistent footy here first. Been a pretty rocky start for me to start this year, so I don't want to be thinking too much about a Blues jersey right now. I want to be thinking about how I can bank some consistent games for South. But of course, if the opportunity ever came, I would go with both hands.